G'day, I'm Tim Thompson. Welcome to Over the Fence. Today we are in the beautiful south of Tasmania in the Derwent Valley to speak to Scott Williams, one of Tasmania's largest hay contractors. The thing I love about today's story is that Scott has gone from inheriting the family farm of just over 300 acres with no water and a few cattle to being one of Tasmania's largest contractors through a series of really good decisions and his response to mistakes, which he openly admits, as learning experiences. It's a wonderful story. I hope that you enjoy it. Please do remember, if you like this video, hit the little red button down there, subscribe. You've got no idea how much that helps. Let's see where this project of Over the Fence can go. So without further ado, let's go and meet Scott, the man behind all this. And how are you, Scott?
G'day Tim, how are you? I'm good, thank you.
Very well, mate. I'm really looking forward to today. You've got a great story to share.
Thank you, mate.
It's one of innovation, it's one of expansion,
Yep.
And it's one of daring do, I reckon. You're having a good go at it.
We like to
and
think
it's
that.
working.
Yep.
So,
it is, yes.
do you mind if we hop over the fence, mate, and have a chat to
Most
you about what
certainly,
you're doing?
hop over the fence and have a look, Tim.
Thank you very much, mate.
Absolute pleasure
Awesome.
to have you here, mate. Thank you.
Thank you. So, Scott, what I love about your story, I mean, you've gone from not carting hay at all to being the largest hay contractor in the south of Tasmania in less than 20 years.
Yep.
And that all started, didn't it, with the inheritance of your family farm. You started out in 2005, you were still working at the paper mill.
Yep.
You had a 300-acre farm with no water.
Yep.
Just before years of drought. Sounds like a recipe for disaster, but what you've actually said is that was a blessing in disguise.
It was, Tim.
Because it's made you look for other opportunities, invest in other things. Can you give us a little bit of a sort of a quick story about what you did? You started out with Secondhand Machinery?
Started out with second-hand gear. The farm had a very small contracting business attached to the side of it, doing small square hay just in our area. Dad didn't want to go outside of our area, so when I took the farm over, I grabbed that and ran with that, and I went outside of our area and picked up more clients, still buying second-hand hay gear, which is not a good thing, but you do what you've got to do at the time to get yourself established. We quickly moved from small square baling up to large round baling, and we now only buy new machinery and run chrome gear all the time.
So you said one of the measures of your success was you haven't been to a clearing sale in 5 years.
That's correct, yes, I miss them.
And but that gave you a really good start, didn't it? I mean, you're under the gear a lot more than you're using it when you use second-hand gear, because people only sell gear when there's a problem.
Correct.
But it gave you a start. One of the things that you did early on, though, was you had a look at, well, we're doing the haymaking, we're doing the hay carting. Why don't we do the spraying and the drilling? But you found a problem with that.
That was personally my doing, but I pushed us too far. I spread us too thin, and it was an area that I thought we should have gone to make us a one-stop shop. It was quite clear after the first season that it just wasn't going to work for us.
So one of the advantages of making that mistake, though, Scott, was that while you were in that business, you'd actually got yourself to the point where you were so diverse, you were actually doing some planting for an orchard, and you were doing all the ground preparation for them with the tractors, and you suddenly realised that they would need transport. And this was around the same time that you were really reconsidering what you were doing with your spraying business.
That's correct, Tim. Spraying and the drilling, we decided that we were going to back right out of that. At the same time, we have a mound plough on the back of our big tractor, and with the GPS and everything, we've become very good at putting in new cherry orchards. My son was on the tractor and we were putting in a new orchard. It was about a 30 hectare expansion, and it dawned on me then that all these trees are going to grow fruit, and all this fruit's got to get to Victoria. So I just openly said to Tim, who's going to carve the fruit, can I have a crack at it? And he said, what makes you think you can carve fruit? My answer back was, what made you think you could grow fruit? And he said, fair call, we better talk. And the rest is history.
I absolutely love that. It's just that confidence to have a go,
Yep.
get into something new and make a go of it that holds 90% of people back, isn't it?
Correct, it does, that's right, yeah.
Plans are afoot with that, aren't they, for cool storage and all sorts of other things attached to that business to once again, as you say so nicely, put in all the pieces to the business and not just have one or two at either end.
Yeah, I'm a great believer, Tim, that if you're going to have a part of the puzzle, you need to have the whole puzzle together. So with the refrigerated transport, we've now brought an industrial block of land about 6 or 7 months ago. Our intention, when we slow down a little bit with the work, we're going to develop that, put a cool store on that, and that'll fill that other piece of the puzzle with the refrigerated transport. We'll have the inwood, the cool storage, and the outwood. That's our plan there.
There was something else you said, Scott, that I really liked. I mean, obviously we're in drought at the moment. Even down here in Tassie, it's as dry as chips. And what you told me was, when things get tough, that's an indication to you to look around at what your options are and to do something new. Sometimes that's an opportunity.
Correct, yes. Yep.
Now, you used to run Black Angus.
Yes.
And you were leasing property to do that, and the owners came to you and said, look, we've sold to forestry, you got 3 months to get off, and you made the decision, the really difficult decision, to disperse your herd because you didn't have any land for them.
That's correct.
And that was a pretty horrible thing to have to do, but at the end of the day, that's worked out really well for you as well.
That was a blessing in disguise, Tim. Actually offloaded the Black Angus cows and calves when the price was really good and there was quite a bit of feed around, and it was only 3 to 4 months after that we plunged back into another drought. The price of beef dropped, there was no feed around, and I did actually offload the cows at the right time by accident. So we just struggled through the drought. So we had two, one after the other. We just struggled through them and kept our crossbred ewes going. Then when the season changed and a few other circumstances changed, I decided to go back with cattle. And that's when I made the decision to go with Murray Greys this time round.
You pivoted once again.
We have. We stayed out of cows for a few years, and when I went back into cattle, I went back into the Murray Greys.
Yeah, right.
And they're lovely temperament. I go to a paddock and call them, and they come running like dogs.
Oh, that's
Just happy to see you. Yeah, no, they're great, and they make my day better. When I'm stressed and I'm tired, I go and spend half an hour with the cows and I feel better. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. If you're faced with a disaster, deal with it on the day, and because something else will come later, and that's been very true in our business.
So Scott, just give us an idea of the scale of your business. You do about 5,000 to 7,000 bales a year.
We move that many, Tim.
You move that many,
yeah, so
and you make bales on top of that as well. Because there are guys that will move more than that.
There are
they don't
guys
necessarily make them.
Correct. There's some guys that just do the transport only.
Yep.
We produce them and transport them. So our biggest season to date is 20,000 bales we've made in one season. That was a little bit silly, but it was
big.
just one of those years when we just had to go for it flat out and get them in. An average year for us is between 10 to 14,000 bales a year, and we probably move anywhere, depends on the season, anywhere between 5 to 7,000 we'll freight.
And safety's pretty important to you. You
Top
see
priority.
that, particularly in transport, as being a major advantage in the market.
I've set this business up so that when our truck drives down the road, everybody looks at it and says, what a neat load of hay. We've been complimented on that on more than 4 or 5 occasions. So I know the message is out there, and I know our trucks look really good going down the road, and safety is the right on top of the list.
So you don't just back yourself, you take pride in what you do.
My word.
And that's the secret to the success,
it is.
isn't it?
Yep. Every load of hay goes on, they're placed on the truck, and they've got to look perfect, and they've got to be strapped down to precision. And that's how we like it. We've adopted a double strap on the back for bales, anything at the back of the truck gets a double strap on it. The front bales are obviously leaning up against the cab guard. They've got something to secure them. The back ones here have got this gap between here and the ramps of the truck. So we double strap this one, we pull it down and then we pull it forward. And to date we haven't lost a bale. That one pulls him down. And this one here, as you can see, that's the second strap that's in the gap, pulled in tight in this one. And this is the one that's pulling forward. You can see them bales moving forward. I'm a great believer in you've got to be positive. I have a very positive outlook. I drum that positive outlook into both my boys who work in the business with us. And I'm very, very fortunate to be around a lot of positive, successful business people. And that really has helped me over the years. It really has, yes.
So that attitude, that mindset, that's the secret to everything, isn't it?
I think it is, yeah.
Because you're not going to take a risk, you're not going to have a go, and people aren't going to back you if you're not positive.
Correct, very correct. Yeah.
Something else that you're really a big believer in is social media and digital media.
Yes.
With advertising your business, Scott.
Yep. I've found Tim, Facebook and social media and digital media, any form of internet advertising is so beneficial to us. And I've added a drone to our operation a couple of years ago, so I can now put the drone up in the air, film what we do, and showcase to our customers and our audience exactly what we are capable of doing, and that's just been so great for us.
So businesses that aren't embracing digital media yet, I mean, they're missing out really, aren't they?
Oh yeah, my word, yeah.
It's where you've got to be now.
That's it, yeah.
You've got to be able to talk about yourself.
You've got to be able to do
genuinely.
that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
No rubbish.
Yep.
Just talk about what you do.
Yep.
But present yourself well.
Yep.
It's like ironing your shirt in the morning.
That's right. And I think with the digital media and all this internet, Facebook and all that, you're either in or you're out.
Yep.
So, and I believe if you're out, you get left behind.
All right, so Scott, thank you very much for spending the time today with us. There's a young fella sent me an email only yesterday. Believe it or not, it was only yesterday. He's in year 12. He's doing some hay baling, and he's thinking about either doing that or doing some contract fencing when he gets out of school. As a successful entrepreneur, What would be 3 pieces of advice that you would give to a young fella starting out, Scott, that you wish someone had given to you?
The first piece of advice, Tim, that I could highly recommend would be don't take no for an answer. If you've got your mind set and a goal you want to achieve, and you want to be a successful hay contractor or whatever you choose to do, you will have negative people around you that will try to persuade you not to do that. My advice would be to go forward and keep going, and you'll get there to where you want to go. My second piece of advice would be with hay, don't take any chances. My rule of thumb is you only ever put hay in when hay's ready, not when you're ready. So if hay or silage does need 1 extra day to cure, and you've got pressure from clients elsewhere, you take that extra day, because once it's in the bale, it's in the bale, there's no going back, and you will definitely get a better job that way. And my third piece of advice would be to this young fellow, he will obviously start off with second-hand machinery. That's how we started. As quickly as he possibly can, he needs to start buying new machinery, because new machines won't let you down, and you will find if you've got a mechanic laying under the machine working on it, or if you're doing it, or if it's sitting in the shed broken, you'll be in the negative. If it's out in the field and it's got bales coming out the back, you're going to be in the positive. So that would be my 3 pieces of advice to this young fella, and I hope he goes well.
Now also, if anyone wants to get in contact with you, they can get in contact with you how, Scott?
They can go to we have 2 Facebook pages, Tim. Statewide Ag Services has a Facebook page, and our transport business, Williams Fresh, has a Facebook page. You can find us on our website, www.statewideagservices.com, or you can just pick the phone up and ring me, 0407 814 590. I'm always up for a chat.
Scott, awesome advice. Hopefully that rings true with a lot of people that are watching this video. Thank you so much for your time today. It's been brilliant to watch how you work, to see the care that you took in loading the truck even, to learn about all the principles that you've used to grow your business so quickly and so successfully.
Thank you, Tim.
It's an absolute pleasure to spend time with you.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate it.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Over the Fence is all about celebrating the great things in agriculture. So if you like this video, please do hit the little red button down there and subscribe. You've got no idea how much that helps out, and I hope you enjoy today's video.